Hello everyone, Whitebox here with another game of Spirit Island. So today I'm going to do another game with Volcano. This will be my fourth in this series, and the first one that I'm doing with a partner. And in this instance, I'm going to be playing with Shifting Memory of Ages with the Mentor aspect. I haven't played Mentor yet, but I've heard it's pretty good. Things that I wanted to explore in this series is how well Spirit that just kind of does its own thing throughout the game is really going to increase its power. So Mentor, the ability to give power cards over to another spirit is pretty strong. So I'm going to be taking advantage of that, hopefully, and we'll get into it. So that'll probably help me push and going down bottom to do level 6, so the Plantation Colony of France. Got everything set up for that. I even remembered the level 6 effect, which adds those extra explorers after you explore, and I think I'm ready to go. So France 6, I don't often play on the physical board game version, just because it's very fiddly. So we'll see how I do with that, if I remember all their rules, and if I just don't lose very quickly to the town limit, which is really the danger with France. If you can get past that really turn 3 in good shape, then usually you're doing okay for France. But we'll see. Fear Pool and extra Blight on the Blighted Island card. Okay, so with Volcano, I'm going to be doing the same growth pattern that I've been doing. I think it's just a very strong opening. So that's going to be growth 2 from top and bottom, stacking up here, and hopefully you can see my stack growing in this little region with my Volcano. And this will probably be a Rain of Ash play again. So I can push some stuff around. Longest card to play on turn 1. So I'm going to go with Rain of Ash, as usual. Over on Shifting Memory of Ages, I don't think that I really need to go for the gain 9 energy. I probably won't be using that throughout this game. Not sure if it's okay to gain a power card on turn 1, or if I'd want to gain some energy first. I do have some 0 cost cards, so going for early, and I don't need the defense, so probably gifting power cards is going to be okay, just straight from the beginning of the game. Or maybe I'll wait until next turn, I don't know. Let's go for... Yeah, I don't need 2 card plays yet, so I think I'll go... Yeah, I've got a bunch of cheap cards, so I'll gain a minor and see how that works. I'm going to go for growth 2. And with Mentor, their difference is that they only draw 2 cards, while they draw 2 fewer, which usually means they draw 2. But they just keep both of them. So I'm going to draw 2 and keep both. And we've got Renewing Rain and Razor Sharp Undergrowth, neither of which is great to pass over to Volcano, but Razor Sharp Undergrowth is not bad against France. Anytime you can get wilds out, and there's wilds on Renewing Rain too, so both okay cards. I'm going to go from top. See, I've got a Presence for 2 range, so let's start getting over to the middle of the board just so I can cover more lands. And let's see, if I go there, I can just do Razor Sharp Undergrowth in that land and add some wilds, which will be pretty good. Elements yet, so yeah, that's fine. I'll just play the card that I got. Get 1 energy, immediately use it to pay for Razor Sharp Undergrowth. Maybe the only time in this game that I use that card. And yeah, that's that. So I'm going to go into fast powers. I have 1 fast power, and that's going to be Razor Sharp Undergrowth, which will add a wilds into this land. And that's all that I'm going to do. So next I'm going to go into the invader phase. We flip an event. Don't know if there's a good place I can put this where you can see it. I guess right here in the middle. So we've got, well, actually no, we don't resolve an event first turn, just flipping it for timing, especially important against France because of the Slave Rebellion. So that is that. Invader phase, they're going to build in jungles. And then they're going to explore into sands. Do have a coastal city that I do potentially have to worry about. And then the France 6 effect, so add an explorer to a land without one. Let's go there and here. Okay, so that's that. Oh, I realized I built towns from the box rather than from the card. I think they only built one town. Let's see, it was this one and this one. They built 2 towns, so I'll remove those. Gotta be mindful of that town limit, as always, against France. Okay, so France 6 effect is out of the way. Now I can go into slow powers. I've got Rain of Ash, so that's gonna be 2 where invaders are present. I think that I want to stop them from building that coastal city, just because it adds an extra town. There's no reason for me to let them get target F1. I'll push these 2 to Han in here so they can counterattack this land. And push these guys. I'm just going to give up F2, so I'll just stack up in there. I'm not too worried about it just yet. Deal with it later. I don't need Powered by the Furnace of the Earth, so I am good. I'm going to discard cards. Alright, Volcano is going to go for a growth 3, so I get 2 energy. I gain a power card, and I think I'm going to gain a miner. Yeah, I'm going to be going for more miner focus than I would normally need to, because France, you want to have a lot of actions to deal with all the stuff that's popping up across the board. So I think a miner is good. Probably want to be able to defend A2. Okay, yeah, I think I'm in good shape. So I've got 1 card, well, 2 cards with Earth, and this one's pretty good. It's got Fire and Earth. I think this game I'm going to lean more into my innate powers as well. So Rights of the Land's Rejection is pretty good, actually. So Fear, or stopping them from building, or Fast Push. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I'm definitely going to take Rights of the Land's Rejection. Got my energy going from bottom track. Sticking with building up my volcano. I have 2 plays this turn, and I'll probably do just a level 2 or a level 1 eruption. So let's go with maybe Rights of the Land's Rejection. Where are they building? They're building in sands. I can stop a city from being built with that, which is maybe okay. And it does a Fear, so yeah, I think that's probably a pretty good use of that card. And if I do Exaltation, I get energy. Lava Flows, I can start getting Badlands. I think I want the energy just because I'm going to start doing major powers at some point. So getting some energy for me and for Shifting Memory early on I think is pretty good. So let's go with those. I get 2 energy, which will immediately pay for those 2 cards. Alright, and I'm on my way. So, now with Shifting Memory, Shifting Mentor of Ages, maybe? Shifting Mentor of Ages I like. Let's go for, let's see, I have 0 energy. So gaining a major seems a little silly, although I could just gift it over right away. Can pretty much get away with that. I want 2 earth. So share secrets of survival and either Boon of Ancient Memories or Elemental Teachings, which I can do. And just get a ton of card games over to Volcano. So yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna go for growth 2 again. Add into this land, which hopefully I'll be able to deal with pretty soon. Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm gonna gain a major. So I get 2 majors, and I only have to forget 1 card because of how Mentor works. So I just get power right away, and Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze, which could be good on either. So maybe I'll keep that for myself, maybe I'll gift it over, who knows, but it's a good set of cards to get. Thickets Erupt is pretty good against France too. So I will discard Razor Sharp Undergrowth from discard, yeah, forget Razor Sharp Undergrowth from discard, and now I've got those 2 cards. I have 2 card plays, so I'm going to do Share and Elemental Teachings. And I don't have a great target for Share the Secrets of Survival, actually, so I might do Renewing Rain instead. Boon of Ancient Memories, I think, was to defend Jahan or move them around just yet. So let's go with that. Okay, I get 1 energy, which I will use to pay for Boon of Ancient Memories. And now I go into my fast powers. So I've got a bunch. First, let's use Exaltation of Molten Stone. I'm going to get 3 energy split between both these spirits. I do have to target Shifting Memory. It gets an extra range moving from mountains, which isn't super helpful this turn, but it is what it is. But the energy is great. So I think over to Shifting Memory so I can keep gaining power cards, not have to worry about energy, and I'll keep 1 energy for myself. And I've got enough energy gain that I think that'll be alright. Then I've got Elemental Teachings, so I can prepare 1 element marker. So let's go ahead and do that somewhere. Which element do I want? Towards Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze and Renewing Rain, and Threshold both of those at once, which seems pretty strong. So let's grab a plant. I don't need to give those elements over to Volcano, so Volcano's fine. So I'll defend 2 in this land. 1 air, so I can put a power card from my hand or discard into target spirit's hand. I'm going to send Pyroclastic Flow over to Volcano. It's a perfect card to gift over, so that was pretty lucky. And then I also have the last level, which is also only 1 air, and it's prepare 1 element marker matching an element on that power card, and prepare 1 element you get to prepare with this. This is going to be an interesting game, I think. Alright, so that's cool. I might go for another plant, and then 1 from this, which will probably be an earth. Maybe air? No, I don't need the air. Pretty much everything that I have has air. So I think earth and maybe moon? I don't know. Have everything. Yeah, let's go with air. Air and plants. That's pretty cool. That's actually so strong. Alright, over to Volcano. I've got Rights of the Land's Rejection, so I'm going to target this land here. I have arranged 3 thanks to Volcano Looming High, Mountain Home, and Volcanic Peaks Tower over the landscape. So it's 3 range, so 1, 2, it's 2 away anyway. So that's fine. Invaders do not build in target land this turn. 1 fear or Dahan, whichever is less. Is 1. I already did Exaltation of Molten Stone. So the next thing is going to be an Explosive Eruption. I'm just going to let F5 Ravage. I'm not worried about it. So I'll probably go with F8 just to stop that build. So let's go for... You know, actually I think A4 is better. Just to stop 2 towns from being built is better than stopping 1 city. Especially in a land that's already got Blight. So let's do that. So I'm going to destroy 2 presents. These explorers. Okay, that's cool. Next up we go to a real event this time. So we've got Focused Farming. On each board, add 1 explorer and 1 town. Oh, that's annoying. To a land with towns or blight. Well, I can add a town into F4 because that's fine. It's my mountain home, so I'm okay with that. And for the coast, I'll just keep stacking up over an A8 and hope that I can deal with that at some point in the future. And explorers too, which is even more obnoxious, but it is what it is. Well, that's a rough event against France, actually. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. Offerings of Story and Season. Each spirit with at least 3 Dahan among its lands gains 1 energy, and reclaim 1 card. Neither spirit meets that requirement. Alright, no fear cards just yet, so Ravage and Jungle. We'll get a couple Blight added here. F8, or A8, and F2, which is fine. This one's defended too, so they do 1 damage to the Dahan. Then the Dahan will fight back. And clear that out. Here they are doing 3 damage, so I did give up 3 Blight this turn. Not ideal. But one of those Dahan will die, and they will... destroy, and I need to make sure that when I destroy stuff, I put it in the right place. So I put it back on France. I think my town count's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 14. Yep, I'm good. Okay. So that's that. One of these is damaged. Ravage is done. But I kind of gave up those 3 blights to scale a little bit, because I didn't have to worry about those, and my sands are a lot more dealt with. Why I went the route that I did with this. But they were going to build in sands. Only 1 build is actually happening, so that'll put a city up in F8. And then explore into mountains. Mountains, I think, are okay. I do need to build up big stack here so I can get an eruption back. 2 next turn. So we'll see what happens with that. Oh, that's a lot of explorers. Don't love that. And then the France 6 effect. Let's go ahead and add an explorer on each board into a land that does not have one. So right there. And right there. Okay. So looking a little scary, and I'm still a turn away from the Slave Rebellion, so I don't have that to rely on just yet. Although I will have it before the Mountain Ravage, so that's not bad. That could help me out quite a bit. Alright, so that is the Invader phase. Let's go to Slow Powers. I'm going to use Powered by the Furnace of the Earth to get a presence back into F4. I could spend 2 energy to get a power card, but because Mentor is giving so many power cards over, I don't think I have to do that. I can save the energy instead, which it will probably be a little bit better. So Boon of Ancient Memories is going to go over to Volcano Looming High. I can gain a Major and pay 2 energy instead of forgetting it, but that's kind of the same thing as doing Powered by the Furnace of the Earth. Well, actually not really, because then I don't have to forget a card. So I can pay 2 energy to get a major without forgetting, which seems pretty good. Right now I've got a cheap major. I do have Pyroclastic Bombardment. I do want to save up energy a little bit. Pyroclastic Flow is very good, but it does... Yeah, so if I can threshold that, that'll be excellent. So if I can save my energy, I'll be able to combo Pyroclastic Flow and Pyroclastic Bombardment next turn. Just get a full Pyroclastic turn, and that is probably better than gaining a major and spending extra energy. So I am going to gain a minor. Ash is in discard, but I want to keep Rain of Ash this game. It's pretty good. So I've got a couple that don't have any of my elements, but they're pretty good. So Cycles of Time and Tide is actually excellent against France, adding Dahan and removing Blight. So even though it's off element, that might be the way to go. Speron is good. But I think I like the Blight removal ones here. And fast Blight removal, fast Dahan adding. Yeah, I think I like that. It's off element, but I'm going for Cycles of Time and Tide. It's a very good card. Okay, so I think those are all my slow powers. To growth. Okay, so next up here, let's do Volcano first, because I think they're a little easier. I'm still going to do a growth 3. Get 2 energy from that. Gain from bottom. That's going to give me a 4th card play, or a 3rd card play this turn. Get 2 more energy. So I should be able to afford my major and Pyroclastic Flow. Actually, I don't have a 3rd air for the threshold of Pyroclastic Flow if I do this, which is kind of a mistake. So maybe I have to backtrack and go with Speron with Words of Fire instead of Cycles of Time and Tide. Yeah, I don't love that. I like Cycles of Time and Tide, but just so I can hit the threshold guaranteed on Pyroclastic Flow this turn, I'm going to backtrack a little bit and take... Well, I do gain a power card, so its odds are pretty good that I'm going to get something with air. So do I want to risk it? That is a tough choice, actually. Speron with Words of Fire and go for a different card. And I could go for a major here. I can forget something from discard. I do like the cards that I have, though, so I think I would like to go for a minor again. And I can probably just rely on Shifting Memory to give me a major. So let's go for a minor. Gift of Constancy is fantastic. Call the Guard, actually really good as well. Unquenchable Flames is right on element, and it's pretty good at Badlands, so actually really good cards here. Really the only one that I'm not going to choose is Shadows of the Burning Forest. So Gift of Constancy, Unquenchable Flames, or Call the Guard. That's gone. So Call the Guard I can use to defend a 7 and just have a counterattack there. So if I do that, right away that land is dealt with. It's got good elements. Don't need all the fire just yet. Unquenchable Flames is really nice. I think I'm going to go with Call the Guard. Against France especially, just more Dahan movement is great. It's going to set up for a nice Slave Rebellion next turn. Now I don't have anything that adds Strife, so that makes it a little bit more challenging, but that's alright. So let's go with Call the Guard. Alright, I'm going to add a presence. Let's see, get my Did I already add my presence? I don't think... I think that I did. Let's see. Turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. And I'm on turn 3. So, yeah, I added my presence already. So, stack of 4 right there. I've got 3 card plays this turn. I want Pyroclastic Flow. I want Pyroclast Bombardment. Because those are going to do a lot of damage. And then probably, I might go for another Eruption this turn, but I can't. Oh, I should have a Badlands in this land. What happened to that? Just forgot to add it. So if I do an Eruption there, I could clear out F4, which is... F6 is going to get 2 towns, which I don't... It's going to get 3 towns, which I don't love. But I'm not sure. Do Pyroclastic Flow there. Never mind. So I could use that on that land instead. I've got a lot of options here. Could use it to completely... I've got an embarrassment of riches actually right now in terms of the cards that I have. Let's see, Spur on with Words of Fire. Or Call to Guard. Let's go with Call to Guard. Well, I should get the defense from Shifting Memory, so I'm going to keep Call to Guard, actually, and do Spur on instead. So I'll have 3 card plays this turn with Memory. And let's see, so I'm going to have 3 energy, which is not a lot, but I don't need that much. Renewing Rain. They might build a city here, which is not great. I don't know that there's anything that I can do to stop that. Unless I hit it with Pyroclastic Bombardment, but don't. So I'll have 3 energy. Yeah, I've got so many options here, actually. I can't hit F6 with Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze, unfortunately. It's too far away. So I think I will gain a power card. I think I'm gonna go mine. Sending more majors over to Volcano seems like a great idea, so let's I did get 2 cards. Lure of the Unknown is not bad. That actually could come in handy here, and Delusion. I think I like Lure of the Unknown more. That way I can stop them from building a city on the coast, which might be better. Because that stops triangle trade. Oh, I get both of them. What am I doing? I'm playing Mentor. Alright, so I get both of those. Neither great for passing over to Volcano. I'm going to go from top. I think I'd like to go over here. Yep, that's good. I get 2 energy. So I have 4. So I can do Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze. I can do Renewing Rain. And then I have 1 more. And I've got a bunch of options. Let's see, that's done. let's see, there's only one there, but that's fine. So I can get those guys into A8 next turn, so I think that's okay. So yeah, I will do Lure of the Unknown, and I get my thresholds without actually having to spend my markers, which is cool. So that's that. I will have to spend an Earth marker. That's okay. Okay, so I think I'm good to go. Let me pay for my powers. First up, let's do share mentorship and expertise. I'm going to send a power card over to Volcano Looming High. It's interesting I can give Volcano elemental teachings, although it doesn't have any rule to use elemental markings, so I'm not sure if that actually works. And let's just send over Delusions of Danger. It's a 1-cost card. I could play it now, potentially. So put a power card from your hand or discard into the target spirit's hand. Target spirit may pay that power card now by paying its play that power card now by paying its cost. But I don't have. I'm missing 1 earth and 1 air, and I don't want to spend my markers on that, so that's fine. And then prepare 1 element marker matching an element on that power card, and prepare an element marker of my choice. So I'm going to prepare an earth and an air, because I'll need more air coming up soon. Okay, so that was share mentorship and expertise. Oh, I had to do spur on with Words of Fire in order to give Shifting Memory that extra card play, because normally it has 2. And it also gets an extra energy for that, which is great. It's going to come in handy next turn. Thickets erupt with every touch of breeze. I've got thresholded, so it's going to be 4 damage and 1 fear somewhere. Probably want to kill 2 towns. Well, maybe not, because I do have a Slave Rebellion coming up soon. And Slave Rebellion, if I remember, I'm going to read it. Wait. Oh yeah, it's 2 under. So Slave Rebellion, just to remind myself here. So the first one is on each board, add 1 strife to 1 town, and then aid the uprising invaders with strife, take 1 damage per Dahan present, add 1 Dahan per thing that destroys. So next turn, I've got to set up for that a little bit. So with that in mind, let's do Lure of the Unknown first. Pull that town into A5, just so they don't build that coastal city. It'll be a little easier for me to deal with. Do Renewing Rain somewhere. Probably both on that land. A little wasted, but that's okay. Yeah. So Thickets erupt with every touch of breeze first. Let's go ahead and do 4 damage here. So I'm going to destroy, I think, Erg. They're going to build a decent number of towns this turn. So plastic flow and bombardment. So yeah, let's do the city and explore. 2 fear, 1 fear for the threshold. I just take that land out of the game basically. Except that there's stuff in it. But, you know. So that was that. Renewing Rain I'm also going to use there. I'm going to remove 1 Blight, which does not get back to the Blight card just yet because France 5 is a weird ability, and it adds another wilds there, so 4 wilds. If I ever get the Strangling Firevine, that's going to be an amazing card with these cards that I have, so I'll probably start fishing for more majors. So that's that. I've done Lure of the Unknown, I've done Mentor. I've got a defense as well, so let's discard 1 of my Earth markers so that I can do a defend 2 in A7. Actually, defend 3. So defend 3 and A7. That's that. Now moving over to Volcano, it's already used Spurring with Words of Fire, but I've got a bunch of other stuff. So I've got an extra range for my volcanoes. So Pyroclastic Flow has 2 range instead of just 1. I've got a couple places I could conceivably do that. I could do it in F6, I could do it in F8. If I do it in F8, it's going to wipe that land out and add a wilds, and I think that's a little bit better. So let's do 6 damage here, which is 3 fear, and adds a wilds. Gonna get they'll still build 3 towns in F6, but I can deal with that next turn, I think. So let's worry about... I don't have a fantastic place for that, actually. So yeah, I have 3 range. 1, 2, 3. I could hit that corner. And I might do that. Wars right now with that. So that's fine. Or I could pretty much clear out F2. That might be a little bit better. So let's do that, because I can combo that with an eruption. So F2, I'm going to do 1 damage to each town, city, and Dahan. An extra 1 damage, so both the town and city have 1 health. And then I'm going to do an explosive eruption, 3 stack. I can't do a 4 stack, so I don't get all that extra fear, unfortunately, but it's going to be pretty decent, because I'm going to do 3 damage into this land, killing the city, the town, and the explorer for 3 fear, and it also wipes out this land, which is kind of the more important thing. That's an additional fear. So that was my explosive eruption. So I left 1, but that's okay. Alright, so that's all my fast powers. Almost all my powers are fast, so that's fine. I realize I accidentally used Renewing Rain quickly, so I'm going to just take that back real quick, just in case. Change up where I want to use that. Alright, so fast powers are all done. Let's go into the event. Not the Slave Rebellion next. That is coming next turn. So instead we've got Local Diaspora, and the single land with the most invaders, push 1 explorer or town to each adjacent land. That's actually perfect for me, because I can clear out F6. Usually that card does bad things, and I don't like it, but in this case, I am totally fine with that. Because the most that's in any land is 3, so I can choose that one. Then Beast Prowl. Each beast generates 1 fear if invaders are present and moves to an adjacent land if not. So that's 2 fear. Gets me a 2nd fear card. And Forsake the Barren Land. To a land without blight. So that can be here. Let's just go there and kill some explorers during the Ravage. And no Dahan and blighted lands on that one. So that's that. Okay, so that's all set. My volcano is spent. So let's get 2 fear cards, terror level 1. And I have to remember that fear cards cannot remove explorers against France. So France 6 effect. Civil Unrest. On each board, add 1 strife to a town or city in a land not matching a Ravage card. Moving Dahan in here. Next turn. And here, I've only got 1 town on this board, so it'll be here. Each player may push up to 2 explorers from an inland land. That's fantastic, too. So let me get those guys out of there. I guess I'll stack up in the corner. It's not great, but I think that I'll have enough Dahan there to deal with that land, so that's fine. And that's, I think, the only one that I want to push from. I think everywhere else I'm fine. So they're not getting extra damage, so I don't need to push from there. So yeah, that's fantastic. So now I get to the Ravage. They're going to Ravage here and here. 1 damage to each of these Dahan, but they fight back and kill those Explorers. This one's defended 3, so no damage. Dahan will fight back. Kill those Explorer in town. Right here, just 1 damage. Build in mountains, so I think only 1 successful build. And then explore into sands with the escalations. Let's do the explore first. A lot of explorers in A4. The escalation rain. If it has towns and cities, add 1 blight. Otherwise, add 1 town. So I'm going to be adding some towns, I think. Let's go in there. I think. Don't love that, but. And let's keep that one empty just because it's easier to deal with. And then France 6 effect, so add an explorer. And that's that. So go to slow powers. I'm going to do powered by the furnace of the earth. Add a destroyed presence back into this mountain. F4. Don't have enough money to spend. So yeah, I don't have enough to pay for an extra power card, but that's fine. And then I do have Renewing Rain, so I will go ahead and remove this plate and add another Wilds. And I think that's it. Yep. So discard cards and go back to growth. So I have my Slave Rebellion coming up next. Dahan into my Strife lands with towns. I'll take a break and finish this up tomorrow if this turn doesn't end the game. It's possible. I'm not too far away, really. There's 1 city left and not a whole lot of towns on the board, actually. Okay, so let's see what I'm doing. So turn 4, let's probably stick with going growth 3. I think it's been a good thing for me. Do that, and if I can get more Dahan into F7 as well, just for getting that town gone, that would be great. So I think Call the Guard is going to be fantastic here, so I'm definitely using that. I think I'll have enough Earth, so yeah, I think that's a decent turn. So let's go with energy. I can gain a major this time. Doesn't always have to be a gift from my mentor. Jungle Hungers I can't play, so let's dump that right away. Blazing Renewal, that is good. Okay. Now that's some fun. But 2 away, I can put some stuff into F1 right away and take that town out. I like that idea. Will I have the energy for this? So, yeah, I'll only have 4 energy. I do like that, though. I think it's better than the other cards that I have. So I have Smothering Infestation or Utter Curse of Dread and Bone. Utter Curse of Dread and Bone is pretty good, but I think I will go with Blazing Renewal. I'm just going to forget something from discard, probably. And even though I can't play this turn, it is a very good card. So I'll save it for next turn, I think. Should be able to afford it then. So I got my 2 energy, got my power card. I need to add a presence, and maybe I can start going top. I want to unlock that third card play, though. So I'm going to go from bottom. And I can probably skip an eruption this turn. Playing Call to Guard, Lava Flows, and Delusions of Danger. Just all my minors. Okay, that'll be pretty strong. Then over on Shifting Memory, I think I get the 3 energy and prepare 1 element marker, which is quite a good space to unlock. So yeah, let's go for that. And do I want to go for majors? Why would I not go for majors? Majors are fun. I've got Forest of Living Obsidian. That is a great card. And Focus the Land's Anguish is also not bad, actually, and I'm getting a decent amount of Blight. So I like both of those. I'm just going to forget Lure of the Unknown from discard. Keep both of these. I'm not going to play them. They're pretty expensive, but that is fine. I'm going from top. Getting another Sacred Site over on the other board. Although, do I need to? Probably not. I think I'd rather have it there. Yeah, that's fine, I think. Gather up to 2, okay. So I'll have some gathering. We'll see how this goes. I think it'll be okay. Alright, I get 3 energy and can prepare 1 marker, so let's go for Sun. Yeah, Sun is good. Damaging a 1. I'll have to get rid of an Earth, but I think that's fine. So. Okay, yeah, that should be okay. So I think I'm ready to go. So let's go into fast powers. Not doing an explosive eruption this turn. Let's go with Delusions of Danger. I think I might just want the Fear. Can push 1 Explorer somewhere, but 1 doesn't really help a whole lot. A4 is going to be dangerous, but I think next turn I'm going to be able to do a lot. Fine. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. I can deal with it. If I reclaim next turn, even if I don't, I can probably do an eruption there and do a lot. So that's okay. Thing and grow out of control. Thing elsewhere. I think the Fear is better. Let's do Study the Invader's Fears first, so I just get 2 Fear from that, and I can turn the top of the Invader deck face up. Top Fear card. So it's going to be Emigration Accelerates. It'll be level 1, so each player removes 1 Explorer from the coast. That'll be a lot better. So maybe do Fear to push myself to that card just yet. Yeah, and there's not an amazing place to push. The only place I would push would be A7 just to stop an extra town from being built, but I'm not. So yeah, let me get the 2 Fear. Range because of my 3 stack here, so I'm going to gather 1 Dahan into F1. Then if Dahan are present, I'm going to do the second effect, which is after invaders are added or moved to target land, 1 damage to each added or moved invader. So I'll go ahead and proc that. Then, I'm not going to do interruption yet, so share secrets of survival. I'm going to gather 2 Dahan into a 8. I'm going to do a defend 3 into a 1. And I'm going to use Mentor's effect, so... Oof, that's such a cool effect. I don't have the energy to repeat this, though, or play it right away. But yeah, let's give 4... Target spirit may play that power card by paying its cost, but I don't have the energy for that just yet. So I can threshold, focus somewhere, and then I think an Earth's been good. Okay, that's that. And I'm ready for the invader phase. So let's start with an event. Okay, so on each board add 1 strife to a town. After finishing per setup. Then I've got aid the uprising. Invaders with strife take 1 damage per Dahan present. Add 1 Dahan per town or city this destroys. So I've got 1. Ah, shoot. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit because I don't want this fear card to come out yet. So instead of Delusions of Danger getting me 2 fear, I'm gonna push one of these explorers into this land. A little bit of backtracking, but no new information's coming. So now those invaders with strife take damage based on the Han present, so it'll be 1. Ah, no, my volcano cam. The most important part. I think you can still see my stack here, right? Yeah. Alright, both of these die as well. So that's 3 fear from those 3 towns. That's why I didn't want that extra 2 fear. 2 more Dahan into there. So Dahan creations from the first Slave Rebellion is not too bad. So I'll draw a new one and then put this under the top 3. Okay. Temporary truce. Inlands with Dahan, 1 Dahan and 1 town and city do not participate in ravages. Okay. Yeah, that's annoying. Because it means these explorers won't die, but, you know, that's fine. Then prey on the heedless in each land with beasts, 1 damage per beast. Okay. And then speak of the spirit's anger for each board, 1 fear if any Dahan are in lands with towns and cities. Well, I guess I'm getting immigration accelerates anyway, because I got 1, just 1, that's perfect. Alright, so that's that. I don't get immigration accelerates, which is good. I'd rather have that in stage 2, so if I get a lot of fear between now and the next invader phase, I think that'll be good. So that's fine. Now we go to the invaders. They're going to ravage in mountains. Unfortunately, these Dahan are not participating in those ravages, so nothing happens there. Nothing happens here or here. So, uneventful ravage. Build in sands. So they will build 1 town here, which takes a damage. I guess it's not super helpful, but, you know, it is what it is. Then... it could be good with lava flows, though. Kind of why I did that. We build Town here, 2 towns in that land. Scary. Alright, I think that's that. Exploring wetlands. And of all the explorers that I could have, that might have been the best one. And then I do have France. I'm gonna get a blight from France escalation. That's fine, I'll put it here. Deal with that later. And then the France 6 effect, so add an explorer to a land that doesn't have one. The most easy rule to forget in the game, I think. So. Okay, all those are done, so now I can go into my slow powers. So I do have lava flows. Well, first let's do power by the furnace of the earth, so I get one of my presents back. I could pay for a power card, but I don't want to. I want to save that energy. I'm getting enough power cards from Mentor, like I said before. Lava flows. I could kill that town over in F1. It's probably the way to go. Adding Badlands also pretty good. And Wilds, to be fair. And I'll probably have enough defense over in F1 that I don't have to worry about that. So let's get that into A4. That's a lot of stuff that I can kill. I have better uses for this turn, so it's probably going to be a reclaim, actually. So I think I'm good. I think I'm done with slow powers. So let's discard cards. And go back to growth. Let me check my time. You should be good to go. Keep going for a little bit longer. I've got 2 majors here on Volcano, which are quite good. Except the mountains are mostly clear, so I don't need to worry about Blazing Renewal too much. Forest of Living Obsidian, though, is pretty good, especially with the extra range that I can cast it at. Yeah, I mean, I'm like losing this game. Let's see, I have 5 towns on the card. They're not building a lot of towns this turn, so I can kind of slow roll it a little bit. I don't want to just wait indefinitely, but so does that mean I want to go for a growth 3 again? I think I do. Get that extra card play. Get 3 card claim. So let's get 2 energy. Go for that 3rd card play. Got a stack of 5, which is getting good. That's where I want it to be. And I'm gonna gain a miner so that I can try to help Threshold's Forest of Living Obsidian. I just need something with... Oh, I need a couple things actually. We'll see what I get. Alright, so miner power for this. And I got the perfect card. I got Call the Ferocity, which is exactly what I need to Threshold Forest of Living Obsidian. So, in that, I am fine with that card. Yeah, let's go with that. Not even going to read what it does. It's the perfect element, so that's the important thing. I get 2 more energy. Let's swap one of these ones out. And I will play Forest of Living Obsidian. Yeah, and really what that makes that power good on Volcano is that I have an extra range from my tower, so that's going to be quite strong. I'm likely going to go to a Blighted Island this turn. That is okay. But I can do some stuff. I've got things, so I'm going to reclaim my... I'm going to reclaim, get to add a presence at range 0, so let's go with setting a Sacred Site up over here. I get 4 energy from this, and get to prepare an element marker, which is going to be quite good. I have so much stuff that I can threshold. I can also give a power over to Volcano, so it can play it right away. So if I give something free over to Volcano, it is going to be able to do something, which is nice. Renewing Rain actually might be good over there for Volcano. Or Focus the Land's Anguish. A very fun card, because I can focus it right here. I can't afford to play it though. It's 5 energy. Ah, that's the dangerous thing. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm going to do the Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze. That one's great. Let's go. I've just got 2 card plays, so I can't go too crazy. It's going to be 3 energy. I could Focus the Land's Anguish as well. I wonder if that's worth it. If I do that, I can kill the last cities on the board this turn. And that might be enough to... Well, it's probably not going to be enough. But it's going to be a lot of fear, too. Yeah, let's do it. Give it a shot and see what happens. If I do that, I don't have any Earth to defend. Well, I will once I get to power, so that's fine. Okay. Did I prepare a marker yet? No, I didn't. So let's prepare an Earth. I'm gonna need a bunch of Earths. Okay. Powers here. I'm gonna hold off on that. I am going to do Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze. I'm going to discard 2 plant markers so that I can threshold that. And I'm going to do that here in A4. So I'm going to do 4 damage, 5 with the Badlands, so that's enough to kill a city and a town. I'm going to remove that Blight. Just so when they do attack there, they're not going to cascade. And I get an extra fear. So put a card from my hand or discard into target spirit's hand. I think I'm going to share the Secrets of Survival, actually. So then I can keep those Dahan alive and just maybe defend stuff? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, let's share the Secrets of Survival over to Volcano. It's got good elements for what I want to do anyway. I've currently got... I'm going to have to discard 2... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get the thresholds on that. Oh well. So maybe I will just do Renewing Rain instead. Yeah, can't play it this turn. But I can prepare element markers with that. You know, no, it's a nice combo, actually. I will do that. I'm going to share the secrets to survival. I'm going to discard 1 air and 2 earth markers so that I can their mentorship and expertise, which lets me play that power card now by paying its cost. 3rd level, but then I can prepare 1 element marker, matching an element on that power card, plus 1 more, which I'll discard those 2 earths to defend 3 in this land, just so I don't take any extra blight that I don't need to. I will blight A4, so I am going to a blight. Share the secrets to survival at an extra range, so I'm going to target F1, so I destroy 2 fewer Dahan there. And that's that. Alright, so fast powers are all done, I think. Not doing an eruption, so yeah, I'm good to go. So I've got my defense all set up. Alright, so let's go to an event. Still healthy for a very short time longer. So Strange Tales attract explorers. 1 fear, now I'm in stage 2 and 3. So Fortification. After advancing invader cards, invaders build in 1 terrain not shown in any invader action. Kind of annoying against France, but we'll see what happens. Beast attack each. You know, I may as well destroy towns. Why not? I don't need the beasts too much. This one I'll just destroy the explorer though. Coming of age, on each board add 1 Dahan. Ah, no. That was not there. It was here. Mountain or sands. It has to be up here. And this one has easier access in there, so I think I'll go there. Okay. That's done. Emigration accelerates. Remove one explorer from a coastal land, but remove just pushes. So let's, you know, I'm going to do a ton of damage here, so I'll just push that guy in there. Push this guy in here. Yeah. No. Actually, just to save 1 town from being built, I'll do this one instead. Okay. So that's that. Now I go into the invaders, so they're going to ravage in sands. So let's see, it's going to be here. My Blighted Island card is, oh, this is what I did last time. I'm going to shuffle this because that was literally what I had last game. If it comes up again, that's okay, but I don't think I shuffled last time. Alright, so we get still healthy. Interesting. Okay. So thriving crops on each board, build in 3 lands. I don't love that against France. Build actions and lands without invaders. Normally build 1 town. What? Okay. It's actually not a great one. So build in 3 lands. Okay. On each board I built in 3 lands against France? Really? You're gonna make me do that? Okay. Because if mountains comes up, then I can't do that. And that's a really bad one, actually. This board, I may as well just stack up here. That's defended 3. I mean, I could have had the Ravage go through here first, so then I'll just build that, because you get to choose the order. So there, and man, that's a rough one. I'll just build cities, because, you know, it's France. That's less dangerous than building towns. Alright, I am still healthy, at least. And then they'll blight this land as well, which is fine. Can actually now add presence back, which is good. Build in wetlands. That's a town there. A city here, which builds a town. Or adds a town, rather. I can't do it there because if mountains comes up, then they're going to add more blight, which I don't love. So, but I can't do it there either. Shit. I guess I have to do it here. Okay. There. Well, my board was looking great. That still healthy island card really messed me up quite a bit, actually. And there we go. There's my mountains. So that's why I didn't want to put the town in here, but, you know, it is what it is. That'll be light on this land. Only got 2 towns left on the card now. Pretty scary. And then the France Explorer, so add an Explorer to a land without one. Now every land has at least 1 Explorer. So suddenly, the board which was looking in complete, but my cards are decent at this point. So let's see what I want to do. So, there. So I have a couple places I can use Focused Lands Anguish. Could use it, maybe nuking or A2, but maybe just hitting one of the others is better. It's gonna be a lot of fear. It's gonna push me into Terror level 3. So let's see, Forest of Living Obsidian. I'm probably gonna go Blighted next turn because my wetlands are looking pretty rough anyway. But I do get to repeat Forest of Living Obsidian, so that's okay. So let's do that first. So I have an extra range. Well, first let me do Powered by the Furnace of the Earth, so I'm going to add 1 presence here and keep stacking up my Volcano, which hopefully looks like it's getting nice and high over in F4. Forest of Living Obsidian, I have an extra range, so I don't have to target my my land there. So I'm going to do add 1. Let's get him here. 1 damage to each invader, and if the origin land is my sacred site, which it is, plus 1 damage to each invader, so that's 2 damage to each invader, which is going to wipe this out thanks to the Badlands. I'm going to repeat that power because I do have the threshold to 2 sun, 3 fire, and 3 earth. So I'm going to repeat that into F7. 2 damage to each invader, and with the Badlands, that lets me kill that city as well. So that's 4 more. Should be able to get to a second Terror level 2 card. So I do still have Focus the Land's Anguish. I have Call the Ferocity as well. Not really worried about the build in F4. They can build as many towns there as they want because I'm going to do an Explosive Eruption in 2 turns. That's going to be massive and wipe out a lot of stuff there. I think that is my goal. But what I can do is push some stuff out of here just to make it a little easier to deal with. One Fear and push 1 Explorer and 1 Town. Let's stack up into this land. Alright, that's good. And I still have Focus the Land's Anguish, so I have it thresholded because I can discard these 2 suns, so that lets me threshold it. So I could do 2 damage per blight somewhere. And I either want to do it in A2, 4, or 5. I'm not sure which one's the best one. Probably A2, just so I can completely wipe that out. It's possible Coastal will come up next turn, and that'll be easy. Actually, it won't completely wipe it out because I don't have that much blight. I could completely wipe out A4 though, because I'd have 3 blight there, so 6 damage, 7 with the Badlands would wipe that one clean. And that might be better, and I can just let them ravage in A2 and A5. But if I can get them down to just one blight, so I keep a healthy island, that might be the way to go. I'll do 4 damage there. It's not enough, but I think that's alright. Yeah. So let's do Focus the Land's Anguish. I'm going to focus that Land's Anguish into A2. If the power destroys any towns and cities, I get 5 fear. Gather up to 5 blight. 2 damage per blight, so that's 4 damage. Which will kill a city and an explorer. So that gets me 7 fear. So 4, 7. So pretty good. And I can defend that land now to stop that from cascading. So that's, or stop that from blighting really. So that should be fine. All right, so discard cards. I don't know where this Badlands came from. I don't think it's a thing. Maybe I was planning Forest of Living Obsidian out differently. I don't know. But I'll discard cards and then go back to growth. Board was looking scary. You see how swingy this game is, you know? Things look bad and then suddenly you're in the clear. And I don't know that I'm in the clear. I mean, I still have a bunch of towns that are getting built this phase in the mountains, so that is still scary. So maybe I have to do my eruption this turn. I'd rather wait. I don't know. It's nice to have a giant eruption, but if I do it this turn, I can stop all those builds and clean up a lot of stuff. I could maybe put off the reclaim again. That would be silly. I'm gonna reclaim. So I get 3 energy. I gain a power card. Let's go with, I've got a huge stack here, so I may as well just go for a major, see if I get something good. I do have Indomitable Claim, that's a fun one. Talons of Lightning, my mountains and wetlands right now are not terrible, except for this one, but if I can threshold that, it's pretty good, and it should be easy for me to threshold, but it's very expensive, and I don't have a lot of energy. But thresholding it would do, let's see, that would be, I mean, it's 6 energy, but that would be 3 fear, 5 damage, so we'd kill a city and town, 1, 2, 3 additional towns. Total is pretty good. That's what, 4, 5, 6 fear, so 9 fear total for that card, and all that destruction. That's not bad. I've got the Land Thrashes and Furious Pain, which is good for my elements. Unrelenting Growth is pretty good for the Spirit. It's a little late in the game for that. An Indomitable Claim, of course, is fantastic, and it's very easy for me to threshold. But I don't know that I really care too much about it at this point. So Land Thrashes is good. There is enough blight on the board that might be worth it. But I think I can threshold Talons of Lightning. Pretty good. So let's go with Talons of Lightning. I'm just gonna forget Call to Ferocity, I think. Nah, Delusions of Danger. Kind of the weakest card that I have. Yeah, I've still got enough stuff for this. Okay. So that's fine. I get 2 energy just from presence. And I'm gonna play Talons of Lightning. I need Share the Secrets of Survival for an extra air, and I just need something with fire. So maybe Lava Flows. I have Call the Guard as well. But I think this will be better because I can do defensive stuff with that card. So 1 or free cost card. Free cost? Is that how you say it? Free cost? Card with fire. Stopping them from building is probably pretty good over in A6. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, that should be a solid turn from Volcano. Over to Shifting Memory. I don't want to reclaim again. Especially because Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze is quite good, and it's only 3 energy, so I can pretty much just play that every turn. I'll do majors. So I got Vigor of the Breaking Dawn and Settle into Hunting Grounds. I just get both those cards. I'm going to forget Focus the Land's Anguish. It's a great card, but I don't think I need it. I'm going to unlock my Reclaim 1. Let's get a Sacred Site back somewhere like here. Yeah, should be fine. Reclaim that. I get 4 energy. I'm going to play Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze. I need 1 more energy for this. Shoot, I messed up. No, I can do a marker, so that's fine. Boon of Ancient Memories or Renewing Rain. Let's go with Renewing Rain. Elemental Teachings. Study of the Invader Fears is not bad either, but I think, yeah, let's go with that. Nah, I'm gonna stick with Elemental Teachings, I think. Have enough fear. If I can get an extra fear card, 3 Tower level 2 fear cards is quite strong. But I think I'm sticking with this. Okay, so pay for those cards. Preparing a plant element, not in plant element. That was with this. And yeah, I think I'm ready to go. So first let's do Elemental Teachings. I'm going to prepare an element marker. Let's just do a plant. No, I'm going to do an earth. I'm short on those. I could get Study the Invader Spheres anyway. Alright, interesting. Let's go with Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze first. No, I'll do this in a different order, just so I know what's actually happening. So first up, let's go with Talons of Lightning. I have Threshold, I have 3 air and 3 fire. So I have 3 range with it, 4 from this land. So it's going to target this land right here, do 5 damage and 3 fear. Three more fear. And then with Threshold, destroy 1 town in each adjacent land. So that's 1, 2, 3. Really good against France, which is very town focused. I'm going to do Rights of the Land's Rejection 3 range, because I have extra range, over into this land. So invaders do not build in target land. 1 fear. Well, I could have done that before Talons of Lightning, so I'm going to get 1 fear for that. So that's that. And they're still going to build a bunch of towns in F4, but I think I am okay with that. Alright, so I've got Share Secrets of Survival. Let's do that up in A5. So I'm going to gather 2 Dahan. And each time Dahan would be destroyed in target land, destroy 2 fewer. Over on Shifting Mentor of Ages, I'm going to do a Defend 3 into A2. And then I do still have Thickets Erupt, which there are a couple places I can use that. I could wipe out F4, and I think that might be the practical thing here, even though I have the big eruption coming next turn. Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm gonna do 5 damage. That's better. I like that more. It's a tough choice. No, I'll stop the builds. I'll do it. I'll be more safe. So I'm going to use Thickets Erupt on this land to do 5 damage. And I add a Wilds there. And I remove the Blight. Oh, I don't add a Wilds. I'm just going to remove the Blight, because why not? 3 Blight removal away from getting to actually have a massive Blight on my still healthy island card, which would be very nice. So that's that. Share Secrets of Survival, Talons of Lightning. Not going to do an Explosive Eruption yet. I don't need to. I've done Thickets Erupt. I've done Elemental Teachings. So let's go ahead and give a card over to Volcano. I'm going to give Study the Invader's Fears. I'm going to delete an air marker so that I can play that right away. So it's 2 fear, and I turn the top card of the fear deck face up. It's the fear deck. So too many monsters, but I have 4 fear cards coming, Terra level 2. Fortunately, Terra level 2 fear cards can't really kill cities. I think there might be one that does, so it's unlikely that I'm going to win the game for this turn, Terra level 3. That's okay. So that was Study the Invader's Fears. Yeah, I can't actually use that because it's 0 range. You know, I did destroy a town here, so if I just shuffle the order of things around, I could have done that. So yeah, that's fine. I'm still good. And I have an extra range, so I'll just do it here. It's fine. So that's that. Then I get to prepare element markers. Let's prepare an air. And probably an earth, maybe a plant. No, I think earth is better. Those are all my fast powers. I've got a lot, but that's. Now we go into the invasion. We've got well-prepared explorers for the rest of this turn. Explorers have +1 health. Okay. Beast Prowl. Each beast generates 1 fear. If invaders are present, it moves to an adjacent land. If not, if I can get to that beast, I'll put him over in F8. And Coming of Age. On each board, add 1 Dahan to an inland land with Dahan. Gonna be a lot of Dahan in this game. Alright, 4 fear cards, turn level 2. Dahan Enheartened. Each player chooses a different land. In chosen land, gather up to 2 Dahan, and then 1 damage if Dahan are present. Sure. So let's do here. 1 damage. I'm just gonna gather 1. And I can stop that build, I guess. It's probably fine. And I don't have to worry about it. Okay. Dahan are Enheartened. Next, Dahan Threaten. Each player adds 1 Strife in a land with Dahan. Oh, invaders. I can't destroy those because the explorers have extra health this turn. Shoot. No, they're coming back. That's fine. Each player adds 1 Strife in a land with Dahan. For the rest of this turn, invaders have -1 health per Strife to a minimum of 1. I could just put those Strifes under those explorers that got damaged 1, and then remove it from that. And I think that gets away. Same. So yeah, let's do that. So I'm just going to reduce the health of these explorers so that I can kill them. Maybe not the most efficient use of that, but it's fine. Then Depart the Dangerous Land. Each player removes 1 explorer or town from a land with beasts, disease, or at least 2 Dahan. So let's remove that town. That one's gonna fight back, although I can prevent a blight from happening, so it's really the only one that's worthwhile. And then finally, each player, Panic by Wild Beasts, each player adds 1 Strife in a land with or adjacent to beasts. That's cool. That'll be useful when the Slaver Bind comes up. If we get there. Okay, that's that. Now we go to the Ravage. They're going to Ravage in Wetlands. This one's defended. Dahan will kill 1 of those explorers. Dahan will kill that. Build in Mountains. Skipping the build here. Just got the 1. And Explore in Jungle with the escalation. So, no exploration there. Exploration is here. I think it's pretty easy for me to deal with either of those. So let's go with that one. Yeah, I'll put it up there. I'll stick with that. Town in there. Okay, and then the kind of extra explorer. So France 6 effect. One there. Yeah. looking pretty strong here. I'm 15 fear away from Terra. Probably stop them from building many more, so I think I'm in pretty good shape to win this either next turn or the turn after. Powered by the Furnace of the Earth, so I'm going to add another presence and full stack back onto my volcano. So that's what, a 7 stack? Oof, that's nice. I can get it to a 9 stack this turn. That would be cool. So I can't do a full eruption, but if I wait, I could. That might be fun. Alright, I think maybe that's the way to go. I don't know. I don't have anything else. Do I have 5 fire? I don't have 5 fire, so that's all I got. So that's that. Next I have Renewing Rain, so I can remove a blight from somewhere. Let's remove it from here. And that's that. Oh, and I add a wilds there. Yep. If I discard this, which I will. Alright, then discard cards and go back to growth. And I'm going to keep going. It's getting a little late, but I feel like I'm close to the end of this game, so I'm going to try to finish it out. What am I at? I'm at an hour and a half. Yeah, France 6 just takes a while. It's very fiddly. Okay, I'm in good shape. So if I can get, let's see, I mean, if I can get 15 fear in the fast phase and destroy those cities, then I win. And it's very possible that I could do that. With an eruption, I can get like 8 fear. Yeah, I mean, I can do a lot of damage. I can do I can hit a level 3 eruption here, and I think that I just will win the game with that. Let me make sure that I have enough air for this. I should be good. Oh, I only need 1 air. So yeah, I think I got it. I think I got this game in the fast phase right now. So let's just add 2 presents. I'm gonna go earth, and let's see, I need more energy, so let's go for top. Get 3 energy. I've got 3 card plays. I'm gonna do lava flows. You need to play fire cards. Yes, I have just enough. And call the guard, probably, just to get fast powers going, maybe. I don't know that it matters. I'll do Exaltation of Molten Stone. So just in case the game doesn't end, at least I've got more energy to do different things. So, oh, none of those have air. Shoot, I need an air. Need an air fire. Okay, well, I gotta do Rain of Ash instead of Lava Flows. That's still okay. Okay, that's fine. With Mentor, I just need to reclaim Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze, and then I think I'm good. So let's gain power cards. Let's gain miners. Why not? I get territorial strength. Okay. I'm gonna reclaim Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze. Plant marker, and I'll get 5 energy for this. So let's go Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze, and Hazard Spread, sure. Hazard Spread across the island. And I should be good, and I think I have enough to win this. We'll see. It's gonna be a lot of damage. Might not kill everything, but there's a lot that's coming. All right, so first Exaltation of Molten Stone. I've got 4 fire, so I get 2 for each spirit. Alright, Thickets Erupt with every touch of breeze. Well, first, actually, I'm going to do... no, I will do this first. So, discard one of my plants so that I have the threshold for this. So it's 4 damage. So I'm going to hit this land. That's 3 fear thanks to the card. And I can add... Hazard Spread across the island, so let's just copy here. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, 12 fear, so can I generate 12 fear with an explosive eruption? Maybe. We'll see. If that happens. It's gonna be close. To his hand. Can I really, to Vigor of the Breaking Dawn? Can't afford it. I'm 1 energy off from Vigor. No, that's what I gotta do. Okay. Well, let's throw Vigor over to Volcano anyway. I'll prepare a sun and a plant. I can do a defend 3, discarding one of my earths. And I'll do that over an A6. Maybe A1. That might be better. Yeah, A1. So that's defended. Okay, and it's eruption time. So I think I'm just gonna do a big eruption. How many can I do? So I have the 3rd level. I can do 6. I'm gonna do it targeting F4. So let's do 6. So 6 presents. My big stack is gone. And I'll count out the fear. If I have to destroy more, I will. But that's 6 fear just from that ability. In that land, I do all the damage. Then I do 4 damage. So that's 4 damage here. Wipes that out. Gets me a fear. 4 damage here. Can do both towns. 2 more fear. One more fear. 4 damage here becomes 5 because of the Badlands. That's the city and the town. That pushes me into Terra level 3, and currently there are no cities left on the board, which means that I win. A nice long game against France 6 before getting to that Slave Rebellion. I think 2 turns away from it. So pretty good one. I think Volcano matches up pretty well, and really my question going into this was on my channel from a while back where I did a Finder Volcano game, and that combination should be amazing. I didn't play Finder very well, so it was not as good as it probably could have been. In this case, I think Mentor is a fantastic partner for Volcano. Volcano doesn't really need elements, but just getting extra cards is great, and not having to spend the energy to gain the power. Just put off that Reclaim, which Volcano's Reclaim is Volcano stack, and finally do that big eruption. Pretty good. So I like this pairing. I'm sure Mentor is great with a lot of spirits, but I think it worked really well with Volcano. So yeah, that was a good one. Hopefully you enjoyed watching this. I wasn't in super danger of losing. I think I got down to 2 or 3 towns with the town limit. Not too shabby. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think about this pairing. Let me know what you think about Mentor as well, because this was my first Mentor game, and I really enjoyed them. Yeah, that was a good one. I'm going to clean this up. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see everybody next week.